Hey, how's everyone doing today? Good, good. Well, welcome, and thanks for joining us at re:Invent. My name is Ryan Brosted, and I am part of the product marketing team for Amazon Connect. And today, I'm excited to share some insights and innovations for how machine learning can impact your contact center, customer experience, and agent productivity. And hopefully we'll cover something which might be unexpected to some of you, which is how machine learning can impact your contact center and your company's bottom line. And I'm honored today to be joined by Lawrence Duggan from Affirm, which is a financial wellness company. And he's going to talk about how they use Amazon Connect. And let's jump right in. So let's look at some of today's opportunities in the contact center. So the contact center, support center, internal help desk, whatever your organization calls your primary customer service engine, is rich with opportunities for improvement. That might be ironic to some of you. The benefits of a well-managed contact center can include improved customer experience, greater operational efficiency, as well as enhanced visibility into some of your primary metrics for your organization. A global study by PwC found that 73% of respondents cited customer experience as one of the top 3 factors when considering purchasing decisions, along with price and quality. And I think we all know too well of the impacts of negative customer experience and those negative outcomes. 32% of customers from that same survey cited that they would stop doing business with a brand that they loved after just one bad experience. So with that, let's look at the potential impact that machine learning can have. So it's because of the improvements for machine learning and its application to business that enterprises are investing more and more. IDC predicts that $97 billion will be spent on AI and ML by next year. Gartner predicts that 75% of these companies will be shifting their AI and ML products from piloting into production by 2024. And I think this is linked to the simple fact that machine learning is finally being applied to the enterprise, and it's now delivering outcomes and real-world tasks that are meeting and sometimes exceeding our expectations, which really hasn't been the case for machine learning in the recent past. So I think we can point to improved modeling, improved algorithms, greater access to data, and of course the cloud for kind of this new state of machine learning. And it's exciting to see the impact that machine learning can have in the enterprise, and even more exciting to see how it can really address some of those repetitive and manual tasks. Typically, we see 3 main drivers for how machine learning can impact the contact center. The first, reducing costs. Machine learning can be applied to reduce agent turnover, reduce customer churn, as well as reduce operating costs. The second key driver, machine learning can improve customer experience. So for example, when you think about personalization for customers, and you think about applying that to scale, using relevant customer data, improved and relevant content, as well as things like additional language offerings, can contribute to core metrics such as your Net Promoter Score, NPS, or CSAT. And finally, the third, increasing revenue. Machine learning can be applied and leveraged to win new customers and improve sales revenue. So if you think about applying some of these ML drivers to a customer journey, you can start to uncover some tactical areas of opportunity. And so, while not all contact centers are the same, they very, very clearly differ across industries and products, there are often these core customer requirements that need to be addressed. So, for example, when a customer selects a channel of communication, the contact center needs to understand things like, what language do they speak, where they're located, but of course, critically, what do they need help with? If a customer engages with an agent in the contact center, the agent needs to ensure that they're connected with the right customer to ensure security, make sure that they have the right customer information, as well as have the right information at their fingertips to help address the customer need. And then if you think about consistent measurement and iteration within the contact center, because we all have to keep up with the rapid change of customer needs, it's so critical to gain feedback from our customers at every touch point to ensure that we're keeping up with that rapid change. And this is where AWS's ML-powered cloud contact center comes into play. Amazon Connect is the easy-to-use omni-channel cloud contact center that was built from the ground up to leverage machine learning throughout the full customer journey. So over 10 years ago, when Amazon.com was in the market to look for a new cloud contact center, we went to the market and we couldn't find a provider that fit our needs. And so we built our own. And we've extended that to our customers today. And we have customers of every size, across every industry, across every major region around the world that are using Connect to deliver exceptional customer experiences. So we have startups all the way up to large enterprises and multinationals that are using Connect. We have companies like Square, the state of Maryland, Intuit, Delta, Fujitsu, Dow Jones, and of course Affirm, who's here today. So, and just quick raise of hands, how many Amazon Connect customers do we have in the audience today? Amazing. Well, thank you for being here, of course, and thank you for trusting the team behind Connect to support your customer service. We appreciate it. So some of the reasons that we hear from our customers and why they love Amazon Connect is really kind of rooted in the fact that we were developed for the cloud to support contact centers and organizations on an on-demand basis. And we also happen to have all the kind of core functionality that you would expect from a cloud contact center. So this includes routing, queuing, workflows, interactive voice response, an agent application, real-time analytics. We built it from the ground up to support the customer needs of today and also for tomorrow by embedding next-gen technology like machine learning and offering the flexibility that customers need to deliver exceptional customer experiences. And when we were building Connect, we saw that there was an opportunity to simplify configuration for contact center managers and supervisors. We also saw there was an opportunity to go beyond the limitations of scaling that were currently in the market. And also break the old and expensive pricing models. And we did that. So this means that with Amazon Connect today, whether you're a developer or a business user, you can literally spin up a contact center in less than 10 minutes. And then you can scale it to a small team, a few agents, to tens of thousands of agents globally. And we help to impact your organization's bottom line and save money because you only pay for the features that you use. There are no long-term contracts, there are no maintenance agreements. This is something that has been truly revolutionary to the contact center industry. And machine learning is baked into every major feature and capability within Amazon Connect. This will ensure that we're able to offer amazing experiences and while simultaneously hitting those key drivers and metrics that are important for you to measure. And so, for example, I'm gonna run through kind of a quick example here. When a customer interacts with an Amazon Connect Cloud Contact Center to, say, check a bill or perhaps get a refund on a recent purchase, they can choose from their channel of choice. So whether that's chat over the company website, WhatsApp, iMessage, calling the company. In this quick example, the customer is going to call the company. As soon as they're connected, they'll be linked up with an intelligent and conversational chatbot through the IVR. And over the course of that customer and bot interaction, since the customer is already authenticated and enrolled, Amazon Connect will be analyzing the unique voice characteristics of the customer using machine learning. Once connected with an agent, the agent will be provided and have the opportunity to confirm that they are in fact speaking with the customer that they say they are. And throughout that agent and customer conversation, the agent will automatically be provided information such as FAQs and white papers and docs that can help to answer and address the needs that the customer has in that conversation. Simultaneously, in the background, machine learning-powered analytics are running, just in case that the agent needs to call their supervisor or cite their manager to address a customer need through that conversation. So this is a very quick example of how machine learning can be empowered to enhance kind of key parts of the customer journey. So let's take a deeper look at some of the features that I mentioned here. So first, Amazon Connect natural language understanding makes it really easy to deliver intelligent and conversational chatbots right through the IVR. So this is all native to Connect and uses Amazon Lex, kind of behind the scenes, to offer those natural and lifelike chatbot, voice bot, virtual bot, whatever you call it, experiences. Amazon Connect is unique because it enables organizations with the same omnichannel contact flows that can be applied for both chat and voice. So this means with configuration, you don't need to double up your efforts. You can launch that same virtual bot through the entire organization. And best of all, it can all be done without coding. But of course, we have a robust set of APIs that can be used for, configuration and specific use cases that your organization might have. And that goes for a majority of the features that we have for Connect. So with that, a virtual assistants and voice bots are something that you would expect a contact center to have. It's been around for a while. But we believe that there is much, much more opportunity. We're rethinking how we can apply machine learning throughout the entire customer journey to really drive efficiencies throughout the entire customer experience. And so in the previous example, I started talking a little bit about what we call Amazon Connect Voice ID. And so Voice ID provides real-time caller authentication to verify a customer's unique voice characteristics, which means that no longer will agents have to be on the phone to ask kind of personal details from the customer, such as what's your social security number, what's your mother's maiden name, what's your first dog's middle name and favorite food. Maybe not that one, but. So another innovation that we have is Amazon Connect Wisdom. Instead of agents manually navigating, kind of alt-tabbing between a patchwork of information repositories, they can be delivered automatically the information that they need right within the Amazon Connect agent application. And it's done so by essentially monitoring the voice and the conversation that's happening between the agent and the customer. And with that, we have pre-built connectors to connect those information repositories with Salesforce and ServiceNow, as well as others, to make that information connection very easy for you and configuring. And finally, we have Contact Lens for Amazon Connect. Contact Lens makes it possible to analyze the sentiment, the calls, the conversation of each of your customer calls at scale to ensure compliance, uncover new service trends, as well as potential issues that your organization might be monitoring within your agents. So this means that supervisors, they can easily review call transcripts, listen to the call transcripts, review customer sentiment over the course of calls, even get alerted on specific categories of issues that they need to be addressed at scale. And so these are just a few of the ways that we're applying machine learning throughout the full customer journey for our contact centers. And we're really excited how this is really impacting and improving the overarching customer experience, increasing revenues, as well as driving experience for our customers. And so enough from me. I would like to welcome Lawrence on stage from Affirm to talk about their experience using Amazon Connect. Lawrence?
Thank you. You hear me? This thing on? Yeah, we're good. Okay. Well, thank you all for coming today. I'm so honored and proud to be able to speak with you about what we've done with Amazon Connect at Affirm. A little bit about the agenda here. Who is Affirm, firstly? Who am I? Why we needed to evolve. Our journey to enhance voice support, the fruits of that labor, the work that we did, and where we're going next. So that's the context of what we're doing here today. So who are we, Affirm and myself? Well, if you don't know Affirm, Affirm is a fintech company focus on promoting financial wellness and responsible lending to consumers. It was founded in 2012 by PayPal co-founder Max Levchin. And we started out by providing point-of-sale lending to consumers. Since then, we've broadened our product portfolio, expanded internationally, and recently went IPO in 2020. But even though we've done all those things, the core of our business and mission has remained consistent. We create honest and transparent financial products. So that means we don't charge late fees, service fees, prepayment fees, any kind of fees of any kind. When you buy with Affirm, that you know when you're paying and how much you're paying and when you'll be done paying. So I work at Affirm because I believe in the mission, which raises the question, who am I? So a little bit about myself. I'm Lawrence Duggan. I'm a senior product manager at Affirm. I focus on servicing, specifically on consumer servicing. And my areas of focus are consumer channels. So the channels that the customer interfaces with, both through self-service and with our agents. And then secondly, all of our embedded self-service tooling and account experience, so anything you might have to do after making a purchase. But who am I really? Well, I'm a proud cat dad, as you can see. My two beautiful half-brother Bengal cats, Kato and Sterling there. That's meant to disarm you. Anyway, enough about me. I'm really looking forward to talking to you today about what we've done with Amazon Connect. So our journey starts because we needed to evolve as a company around our servicing. Affirm's growth has really broadened and deepened our customer support needs. We're a hyper-growth company, $17.5 billion in GMV since 2016, over 100,000 active merchants, over 9 million active customers. When money's involved, customers have a lot of questions, a lot of anxiety. We have over 1,000 agents in Australia, US, and Canada, over 100 types of different customer issues, and over 40,000 calls just per week. That's not even including our other channels. The customer support experience at Affirm is also ever-changing. We're expanding internationally. We have many plans for new countries in the coming year. We have new products like our Debit Plus card. And we have new partners like Amazon and Shopify that are bolstering our consumer base. So Affirm is a fast-growing, dynamic support landscape with unique challenges. And maintaining quality customer service is key to that healthy growth. So take a quick sip here. 1 in 5 of our customers will have a support interaction with Affirm. That's a lot of people. And scaling servicing can't mean adding N agents for every customer acquired. If you have 20 million customers and you're adding an agent for every 1,000, that's 20,000 agents. You can't scale that. How do you train all those people? The logistics around that workforce is extremely difficult, not scalable, not cost effective. We also know that through user research and experimentation and just intuition that customer support experience drives retention. Customers with good experiences stay, and customers with bad experiences, Ryan mentioned, they tend to leave. And finally, without finding ways to solve that N agent problem, maintaining those positive experiences is impossible. And as such, self-service and automation are really the pillars of that scale. So to match our growth, we knew we needed a clear strategy to be commensurate with these objectives. So I'm going to hit you over the head with our channel strategy. It's really just about the fundamentals. It's common sense stuff. No bells and whistles. Right? We have 3 key pillars: optimize our channels, provide self-service, and anticipate our customers. On the optimized side, it's investing in the specific channels that our customers need, consolidating the entry points for all of their questions, and matching their issues to the right channels as they are intercepted. Secondly, self-service. Enable self-service within every channel. Improve the discoverability of support content and the ability for customers to find the answers to their own questions. And create clarity around ongoing support interactions. Finally, anticipate. We know enough about our customers, about their data, to predict their issues. We can prevent negative outcomes, and we can stimulate positive ones. And finally, we can personalize experiences to become more empathetic to our customers and have our agents work more closely with them to solve their problems. So I'm going to go into a bit more detail on each of these in a minute, and we'll start with the channel choices themselves. When it comes to channels, less is more for the customer. More channels is not necessarily better. Let me orient you to what you're seeing on the chart here. So on the left, what you're seeing is x-axis slow or to fast resolution time. And then you have y-axis simple to complex in terms of an issue type. And if I could add a third dimension of empathetic channel, I would, but it didn't really come out too well. And so we have specifically invested in 3 channels here, secure messaging, phone, and chat, and we're very deliberate as such, and here's the framework for how we decided that. We want to first match channels to the work types, to the issues that customers have. Different problems require different channels based on their complexity. Secondly, we want to prioritize channels that facilitate the fastest and most effective resolution and outcomes for the customer. And finally, efficiencies are a win-win, and we're always looking for those. If we can create efficiencies for the customer, generally that creates efficiencies for ourselves, and therefore allows us to solve that end agent scaling problem. I'll just use an example to illustrate the point. Let's say a customer comes to us and has a bankruptcy. If they contact us over the phone, we'll just have to redirect them to our secure messaging channel. We have to be able to send documents that are sensitive. We need to collect a lot of information. And so that adds an extra touch for the agent and for the customer. So we want to eliminate that extra time and match those channels to those work types so that we have the best outcomes for the customer. Key to these choices and to these channels is also the ability to utilize self-service. And that's where we begin leveraging machine learning and data to empower self-service across our channels. Right? We want to create a layered approach to how we deliver our channels and solve problems for our customers. Starting with our help center, into our self-service capabilities across each channel, and then to our actual channels themselves for the interactions with the agent. I need a little parched here. So our channel choices afford the customer the ability to self-serve. That's why social and email are not optimal, because that's where the self-service breaks down. You're unable to offer those types of self-service in those channels. Strategy here is really to leverage the voice bot capability for IVR as well as chatbot capability for live chat. And I'm going to specifically dive deep on the voice bot capabilities of Amazon Connect and Lex and those other features that we've utilized and the results that we've seen. Let's see how we brought this to life in the next few slides. So I'll talk to you a little bit about our journey. We had a number of other platforms we were using. They really just were not meeting expectations. They were cumbersome, difficult to implement, complex pricing. I won't bore you with all the details, but we needed a change to kind of handle our scale and our complexity. So we needed more robust tooling. And Amazon Connect and Lex were the fastest path to innovation and scale. What was important to Affirm? Well, we wanted the table stakes features, obviously. We wanted the real-time analytics. We wanted the quality, voice capability, the self-service, and all that. And Amazon Connect was able to provide that and much, much more. And to make matters more complicated for us, we have a very complex ecosystem, highly regulated space with a lot of interconnectivity between our systems and customers' needs. We needed more than just the basics. A sophisticated support landscape requires tools to match. This slide shows a very kind of simplified view of our support architecture. We have a very advanced support landscape that involves, Salesforce Service Cloud, permissions and access controls, administrative tooling, quality assurance, training tools and environments, business intelligence, and the list goes on. Amazon Connect was able to meet these needs within the ecosystem. But with new tools comes new challenges as well. And so integrating Amazon Connect really called for a deep subject matter expertise, one which at the time, earlier this year and last year, we didn't have internally at Affirm, at least not entirely. It requires strategic advisory, right? Change management, expertise we not yet have in-house. We needed tried and true methods. We didn't want to reinvent the wheel. So we partnered with NeuroFlash, who is a consulting partner of ours, as well as Amazon, to kind of bring these features to life. And after all was said and done, I want to show you what we had to show for ourselves with all this strategery. So the fruits of our labor. Now we're getting to the good stuff. So we use the key features of Amazon Connect to advance the channel strategy pillars. And I'm going to keep coming back to these pillars over the course of the rest of this talk. From the optimized standpoint, we were able to use across all of these, we used all the tools in the quiver. So Connect, Lex, Comprehend, Transcribe, Poly, and we're looking forward to using some of the new features that have come out recently. We'll talk a bit more about that later. But from the optimize pillar, we were able to enhance routing to get customers to the right queues and the right agents. 50 plus skills and queues enable us to do that. And also we're able to provide our agents customer context summarization so that we have more empathetic experiences for the customer. On the self-service side, we're able to authenticate callers, right? They can check their payment details. They can add payment instruments, set up and enroll in auto payments, or even make future or current payments. From the anticipate pillar, we are able to proactively identify who a customer is just by their phone number, and actually personalize their experience based on the attributes we know about them through integration with our CRM. That's a lot of bullets, but let's map this out, maybe make it a little bit more tangible so you guys understand it a little bit better. So what does the typical journey through a firm and our IVR look like? Well, here's a quick peek at a typical customer journey with support. Specifically, Jenny here bought a bike using Affirm as a payment method. She has a question about when her payment is due, so she calls Affirm. Our system, our IVR, recognizes her and is able to prompt her to authenticate, which she does. We're then able to, the system recognizes her payment information and her details, was able to proactively prompt her to review those pieces of information. She's then able to make a payment and set up auto pay just through the voice bot. But she also has a question. So, our skill-based routing and natural language processing is able to get her to the right queue, to the right agent. The agent, since she's authenticated, knows all her information, knows all her details. So when the call arrives, the agent is able to help Jenny with the issue that she has and answer all the questions that she may have to her heart's desire in an empathetic manner. So I won't lie, this is a lot of work to get this stood up, and building this kind of thing is no small feat, but neither were the results. So let me talk you through what we've seen as a result of this work. With our enhanced IVR, we've really moved the needle for the customer, and that's the most important thing. Here are the few of the impacts we've seen over the past 6 to 9 months. Again, looking across the strategic pillars. So firstly, on the optimization standpoint, it's all about routing. If you can get customers to the right agent, you don't have to deal with that pesky problem of having to, hey, I'm actually not the right person for you. I need to transfer you to somebody else. Over 60% of our calls get routed to the right place, right queue, which saves on average about 9 minutes of time, which is huge. From the self-service point of view, over 70% of our customers who call authenticate, which is outrageously high, if anyone knows anything about this, which reduces resolution time by about 30 to 60 seconds per call, but also creates that empathetic experience for the customer. They know exactly who you are when you pick up the phone. And nearly half of our customers who call about making payments are served through our self-service features now, which is a huge lift from our contact volume. On the anticipate standpoint, we are able to identify characteristics about our customers and then route them to the right places based on what we already know. And that personalized routing has improved incrementally CSAT for those user segments by about 5%, which is also quite significant. So talk a little bit about what's next. And now I'm getting really excited because I got a little demo for you later. There's a lot we want to do, and I'm not going to throw the kitchen sink at you. Instead, I'm going to focus on a very specific use case that we have just completed and will be launching actually next week. So very excited about this. So firstly, we're honing in on the biggest pain points for the customer. I'm going to talk you through two of those. Number one, refunds. Ryan alluded to it a bit earlier. Refunds are a huge pain point for our customer and a source of frustration. And secondly, 70% of our volume around refunds comes through the phone. So when it comes to the phone, we know that patience is in very limited supply, so less is more on the voice bot. So we heard our customers, and we're looking to address these pain points. And how we're going to do so is we're introducing self-service refunds through our phone IVR. And we're doing this by leveraging the key strategic pillars that we've talked about this entire time. From the optimized standpoint, we're going to be updating our natural language processing model based on historical utterances that map the right terminology and keywords to the right menu, so people are getting routed to the right, are being intercepted by the self-service capabilities. From the self-service point of view, we're integrating using Lambda and API integration with our Affirm backend to initiate these refunds, both in batch as well as individually. And finally, we're anticipating the customer by determining their eligibility for the refunds before they ever even ask us, which is, I think, the most exciting part of this feature. So I'm betting this is a bit hard to picture, so I'm going to, again, walk you through a bit of the journey. The new refund journey starts with John buying a few items, maybe on Amazon, I don't know. He returned one of these items. The merchant refunded the original payment method, which was Affirm. But John is wondering where his refund is. So he calls Affirm to figure out what's going on. The IVR, again, identifies him and identifies an eligible refund and a balance on his account. John's prompted about his refund and elects to continue. He authenticates either now or previously, both are options. And then John issues himself a refund. End of journey. And I'm very excited to share the next generation of what we're bringing to the phone IVR in the next slide here. So let's see that refund automation in action. And as I play this clip for you, just see on the right here what is happening behind the scenes and how we're leveraging the different features and functionality of Amazon Connect to bring this to life. So let's take a look.
Thanks for calling Affirm. Your call may be recorded for quality and training purposes. If you're calling from a number associated to an Affirm account, please check the verification code we just texted you. Using your keypad, please enter the verification code now. To opt out from providing your verification code, press star. Thank you. If you want to update your phone number or view your loan details, sign into affirm.com/help. Otherwise, please tell me why you are calling today.
I'm calling about a refund on my loan.
It looks like you have a loan with a refundable balance. I can process a refund for you now. Would you like to continue?
Sure.
You have one Amazon loan with a refundable balance of $100. Would you like to confirm a refund for this loan?
Yes, confirm a refund.
Thank you. We've refunded a balance of $100 for your Amazon loan. You'll receive a confirmation via email shortly.
Well, that's it, folks. That's when everyone gets really excited. Thank you. I know it's auto-magical. I'm really excited about this feature because it's going to be hugely impactful for our customers and also excited about what we can do in the future. Quickly want to thank the team that brought that to life, which was both the NeuroFlash team as well as the Affirm engineering team. Just want a quick shout out for them. And it's been my true pleasure talking with you today. Thank you so much for this opportunity and for getting the chance to speak with you. I'm going to hand this back over to Ryan to kind of walk through some of the next steps and the resources that are available. Ryan?
All right. Thank you, Lawrence. Another round of applause for Lawrence, real quick. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's always so inspiring to see how companies like Affirm are transforming their customer support. And so, kind of wrapping it up here, if you're looking for help to build your own machine learning powered contact center, we have a ton of great resources and experts that you can take advantage of. So this includes an amazing team of professional services experts, support team members who specialize in Connect. We also have guided workshops, training, certifications to help you level up your contact center skills. We also have a couple of great programs. The first one that we run, and it's very popular, you can learn how Amazon.com runs our own customer service right on the retail side of the business. We have another program called our Migration Acceleration Program that helps you to move your contact center to the cloud. And of course, we have an incredible global network of partners that have built or either specialize in Connect and have built technologies to complement, just as we heard today, companies like Affirm. So thank you to all of our partners and for helping to bring amazing customer experiences to life, like NerdFlash, Salesforce, Accenture, Voice Foundry, just to name a few. So I think that it almost concludes our session here. I did want to leave you with a few self-service resources as well. So if you're interested to get started with Connect and learn a little bit more about some of these core machine learning powered features, you go to aws.amazon.com/connect. And we have a huge amount of resources, white papers, analyst reports, a lot of information to help you get started. For those that are a little more technical, we have a great contact center blog that has a lot of technical details to assist you with specific implementations or integrations. So you can check that out as well. And then we have the last, of course, our partners page, so you can get an idea of kind of who is supported and who we're working with on a global level. And that is going to conclude our session for today. I can't help but also mention that if you're interested to learn more about Connect, we're running a number of other Amazon Connect sessions. So just search in the guide for Amazon Connect or Contact Center Intelligence. That can point you to a number of other upcoming programs, breakout sessions, chalk talks that we have coming. So thank you all for coming today. And if you're interested to or have any questions for us or for Lawrence, we'll be up here on the right and happy to chat. So thank you very much.